behind this man.
Absolutely. I'm behind him as well. That's amazing. He did an amazing round in qualification. He was qualified, guys, with 5 tops.
Yeah.
When the next place after him, placed second, was with 2 tops. So he completely dominated this round till now. Let's see what happens.
Well, 4 minutes on the clock. He's used a bit of time brushing the hold. He's underway straight into this no-tex hold. For people who don't know that hold, there's no friction on it.
There's no friction, but actually they are pretty deep. So if they had friction, we would consider them to be jugs. But because there is no friction, you can slip really easily. Look how he's cruising those holds. I'm shocked.
He is, and he bumps that right hand. I thought he might cross through there.
So this is I think the intended beta, to cross the left hand to the jib on the black disc. But for that, he will have to establish better foot position to take his waist a little bit down. This is, if you can see the little jib on the transparent hold, I think he should go to this one with his foot, and yeah, just holding his body a little bit lower down.
He immediately got points on the board, and you can see on the bottom left of your screen a box. Now that fills halfway up for a zone, which is the first scoring opportunity above his head there. You have to use that hold. You can't just touch it.
No, you have to, by the definitions, you have to use or control. We can always play games with the meaning of controlling the hold, but basically the judges are waiting to see a movement or a change in position of body when they have the hold in the hand. It's not enough to just touch it.
Absolutely, and we'll talk about your role as a coach in terms of appeals later on, if any come up, and we'll let you know if that happens.
Let's see.
All right, Dokyan into that no-tex again. He's cruising this section, and that's the zone.
Yeah, pretty deep. Let's see if he fixes his foot position. There we go. There we go.
Oh, he's got to be slow. The foot pops as he goes up to it.
I wonder if it will be better if he will keep his right foot in the transparent hold and take the jib with the left foot. Maybe he can control more, create more pressure with his feet. Looks very hard. And what we know a bit before from talking with the setters, it's that the last move is supposed to be kind of dynamic. They are not supposed to fully control the jib and then go to the last hold. They are supposed to kind of keep the movement going all the way to the top hold. What we can see from the first attempt to the second attempt is that Dayon Lee is really good with learning the movement through the attempts. He's not making a lot of mistakes, and yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen. He does have enough time for even 2 more goes, but I think 1 will be enough. Let's see.
Yeah, he's taken his time, hasn't he? He's come up to just 50 seconds on the clock now. He knows the beater. He's just got to execute it at this point. It's a simple boulder to read. Like, there's nothing too complex in terms of movement in this.
No. Just absolutely hard hand positions, hard holds, super shallow.
Yeah, right. This left foot, keep your eye on this because it popped before. He needs to put all the thought into it. And now this dynamic move you talked about.
There we go.
Well, that is a top for Dokyan Lee. He'll control it and the crowd go crazy as he gets that done. And that, he doesn't often show emotion. It's kind of cool to see that.
Yeah, I think he's excited to be here in his home country and performing in front of everybody. I think he had a big disappointment in Paris, you know, because he was one of the favorites to the podium. He's an amazing overall athlete, but I guess some of stress or anything that came in Paris made the effect on him. And he's here to...
but these are the big ones, for sure.
Those are huge. And actually, they have a specific sweet spot. Like, if you go in the middle, the hold is way harder than the edges. The edges are way better. But, of course, the setter can create a move that is not enabling you to reach the edges.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's got the tuners to wrestle with at the moment. And it's a bit steeper, I think, this section of the wall.
Yeah, it's way steeper. To me, it looks like 40 degrees minimum. Okay, so we off with the start.
Now, the foot he's standing on is awful. Way worse than it looks on TV, but he's cruised through it.
Yeah, let's see. This is a very hard compression. Great reach from him. Great reach. He's going exactly as the planned beta from the root setters.
Yes, you're right. And big drop knee.
Let's see. We have a flash.
I tell you what,
was amazing.
he's the man to beat here tonight. That's 2 out of 2 for him. And I think he knows it as well.
That was amazing. And you are right. It's the first time I see him smiling so much on the mattress. I guess his family is here. I'm not sure, but probably very excited, and for sure he wants to win the Korea. Look at the crowd.
They're loving it. I mean, look, I think it's the first time I've seen him so relaxed, and it's made a difference. He's flowing at the moment. This was him powering up, 2 hands, big flick of the feet, but he managed to hold it.
Beautiful. I think that the top hold is a good hold. To me, this one looks very brutal on your tiny fingers and the fingertips. I'm not sure that he's the hardest on the round. And what's interesting about this final is that we don't have one specific athlete that I'm saying, well, he is the best on the slab, he is the best on the technique, he is the best on power. So I'm really interested to see what will happen.
In fact, the opposite in a way, because I know Jeongwon struggles with slabs.
Yeah.
And May, the root setter, was saying earlier on that some of that's to do with the style of the gyms here in Korea. They just don't like slab climbing, they like jumping more. So we'll see if Do-hyun is feeling slabby right now.
Yeah, so easy start for him on the boulder. For me, when I felt the hold, I thought, no chance I can do the start. Just control the start.
Always having to crimp hard it, and a reverse grip.
Yeah,
Nasty on the wrists.
Going really exactly by the beta. That's really nice to see. So interesting, super interesting what he tried to do, because sometimes you can crimp the blocker holds from different sides. I think this is what he went through. But maybe he needs to, I need to take a closer look, but yeah, it looks just...
Yeah, nasty. He didn't quite get it. He tried a few things, obviously not liking it, and wanted to almost wrap the hands around, but there's nothing to hold on to. It's the sloper there.
I was wondering a bit about his foot position. Maybe he could go higher on the volume or crossing the right foot in. I didn't saw exactly what he did, but at least he got the zone in the flash attempt. That's good for him, keeping him now on the lead.
Yeah, and he's the man to beat at the moment. And I have a feeling if he can get this done, he's going to start running away with this comp a little bit, because he's going to know he's in a good position as well.
He already knows.
He knows.
Yeah.
But then I guess the other side of it is he knows, and that can increase the pressure as well.
Yeah. It's all the mental game, always.
And he slid a bit that time up to the small jibs, and by jibs I mean those holds, the screw-ons on the wall. Kicks left.
Yeah, they are literally the size of a coin. That's crazy to see those athletes grabbing those stuff and making it look like legitimate to hold it.
Yes, you see it on TV, you think, I could hold that. Trust me, you cannot. They are tiny, and he's making progress now.
Perfect position from him. That's interesting.
Gotta trust the feet here, though. It's nasty to stand on. He's still got to pull up on the right.
He's doing an amazing job going with the left hand back to the zone. That's actually the setter intentions.
Just pinged as he went for the last hold.
Yeah, maybe waited a bit too long on these hard holds. I still have a minute on the clock. That's enough time to go for another attempt. But when he was in this position, I thought he can just jump. He can just like leap to the end of the top hold and grab it. It's friction. It's relatively good.
But it's so exciting for us because every attempt he's made progress. He's getting closer and closer to the top. But the crowd know if he can get this done, it might be done already. So huge moment for Do-hyun Lee here.
He's really consistent from the first boulder. Well, he flashed the second one, but from the first boulder, you can see he's not falling on the same move twice. He always progresses and learns the movement. That's pretty impressive to see.
Yeah, I'm loving watching him this evening. Right, up again. Has he got some power in those fingers left, though? The tendons are going to be hurting as he goes up towards the zone. Oh, reaches through, pinching now that pebble. He looks so confident on the left foot, and it's not a good foot.
Yeah. But went way higher.
4 seconds. No. I think he heard the beeps and got a bit flustered there.
Yeah, probably you cannot. This is the problem sometimes, that you cannot rush so delicate movement, so delicate slab movement. Sometimes it makes you lose your mind, and other times it also make you be blank of too much thinking, overthinking about what I'm doing, and more committing to your body movement. So, you know, it can help you sometimes to hear the clock and just rush.
Required as well. Do-Hyeon, for the last time, will put on a show here. If he can top this, it's going to be his comp.
For sure. So let's hope. Are we hoping?
It would be great for the crowd. I'm trying to stay as neutral as possible, but in terms of what this crowd will react and do, it will be excited if he does this. And you saw some chairs put on the stage. It's because they're on the right. It's because once the athletes are done, they don't need to leave anymore. They can watch because we don't need to worry about isolation. The hot spot, the hot seat.
The hot seat.
Yeah. It's not a throne like in Vilas, which is my favourite thing about that competition.
Oh, this is how I fell in love with some athletes sitting on this throne, looking so small. He made this move look so easy. It's such a hard move.
And he thought about the toe hook, and it's harder to do with the toe, and he read that well. Better to campus it, which he did.
Okay, now let's see if the mental position that the setters were talking about is actually going to happen here. So what they told us they need to do now is to mental with the right hand. There is a little white jib that is grabbing on now. So what we saw, he went with the right hand to the jib, but not in the position that the setters were planning. You actually need to use your palm to push your body up on it. I wonder.
Yeah, I think he wanted to campus up, so drop the weight underneath and then go straight. But I don't think the hold is maybe good enough to do that. Potentially. I mean, it is Do-Hyeon Lee, so we'll find out in a minute.
Let's see. It's actually really hard to see the jib that they used on it. It's really, really flat, and also this jib is dual textured. They use a lot of dual texture hold these days, and it's beautiful from the movement part because we can create new movements and new type of climbing. For the athletes, maybe not so much fun, huh?
I mean, as a climber myself, I think they're disgusting, but I appreciate why they're used. All right, Do-Hyeon Lee, 2 minutes on the clock. He's not going to have many goes at this boulder.
Yeah, but he's taking the time because he knows his way up, and he made it look easy. I'm not sure that the first move is that easy. I was quite surprised, but
I was too. And it's a long way. It's kind of blind. It's awkward. It's scrunched up underneath. There's a lot, and they're not very good either. They're not bad in terms of this caliber of athlete. You can see just getting the fingers in. And is it no-tex? It is no-tex.
Yeah.
You're jumping off.
Yeah, but he's jumping beautifully up and high. Maybe it's just not very hard.
Yeah, and a very Korean style movement as well. They like that.
Now I wonder. Okay, so he's using a toe this time. I don't think it's really different, but he needs to go higher on the hold with the left hand.
I just don't think you can pinch that thing like that without any feet.
No. Because it's dual texture, you cannot really pinch it and grab it. This is why the setters kind of plan them to go more dynamically into a mental position. So a mental position, it's when you push your body over your hand really, really high. Let's see if someone will understand it, because I think he's capable of doing it, but I haven't seen him really try it. So maybe the last attempt he will go for this beta or not. Sometimes it's about figuring it out, you know?
Yeah, we did ask whether it would be possible the other way, and the set was like, much harder, you know, and we're seeing that. So this is the jump, and there for the first time we see him. 23 seconds. I'm not sure he can recover here.
Getting tired.
Yeah, tired. Jumps up, hits it though. Forget what I said. The right hand nearly went. 15 seconds on the clock.
Come on.
I think he's just going to go for the campus because of time here. 10 seconds. Heel in. Reaches under. He's pretty close.
Let's go. Oh, he
There's
understands
the mantle. Oh, yeah, he knows, doesn't
but
he?
you saw it. You saw on his face that he said, how didn't I understand it before? If he would understand the beta on the first try, for sure he could have done it. It was just a bit too late.
And he knows he's kind of opened the door here for someone else to come through, and he's going to sit, and he doesn't want to leave the stage. You're looking at the scores.
Yeah, I'm checking the attempts, because actually Max can take over the first place if he do this boulder in 1 or 2 attempts. If he go for 3 attempts, it's gonna be based on countback.
Okay.
So let's see.
Well,
On
countback would help Max, wouldn't it?
Yes, countback will help Max. So actually, you have 3 attempts for
Wow.
for it, but I'm not gonna take any more gambles. This
You've already lost money.